Good morning, 6th graders. Now we are here to study the excretory system. So you see this on the page 129 of your book, your life science book. And this is the figure 11, how the kidneys filter the wastes. Because the excretory system basically is in charge to get rid of toxins from our bodies, right? They are formed by the kidneys. We have two kidneys, the right and left side. The urethra, this is the urethra, this is the tube-like structure, that they will conduct the urine into the urinary bladder. And the urethra, this is another tube-like structure that will transport the urine outside of the body. So basically, the structures of the excretory system included, as I told you, kidneys, urinary bladder, and urethra. But urethra is also another structure that is not here. Each kidney contains about 1 million tiny filtering units that we call nephrons. That's why people, when we go to a doctor, there is a specialization that we call nephrology. And the nephrologist is a doctor that he is in charge to study the functional units of the kidneys that we call nephrons, right? Urine is produced in the nephrons. They are inside of the kidneys, okay? And here you see the nephron. They are microscopic structures. You can see this without a microscope, right? But basically, this is the nephron, and inside of the kidneys you have these structures. So number one, blood flows from any artery into the nephron in the kidney. So this is the artery brings the blood, and you know that this is oxygenated blood. Remember the difference between red and blue bloods? This is the oxygenated or oxygen-rich blood, and the blue one, this is the deoxygenated or oxygen-poor blood. But the artery brings the blood into the nephron. And by the way, one of the structures of the nephron, this is the capsule here full of capillaries. Remember that capillaries, they are tiny blood vessels. Okay, so here the blood is filtered. As you see, let me show you. Okay, here. Number 2. The blood reach the cluster of capillaries inside of the nephron, right? And there urea, water, glucose, and other materials are filtered out of the blood. These materials pass into a capsule that surrounds the capillaries. The capsule is this yellow part you see here. This is a capsule surrounding the capillaries, right? Urea that you see here, the name urea, urea. This is one of the chemical substances produced by the body when we eat proteins. So this is a byproduct of the protein metabolism. When our bodies, they use the protein, they produce urea as a very toxic substance, and we need to get rid of it. Number 3, what you see here, the materials were removed from the blood, pass into a long twisting tube, and this tube is surrounded by capillaries. So this is the tube surrounded by capillaries, and this is the process, the continuation of the process of filtration of the blood. The number 4, as the filtered material flows through the tube, this one here, most of the water and glucose are reabsorbed. Yes, because we don't want to get rid of water and glucose. Glucose is a sugar, and we need glucose to make our energy. So we don't need to get rid of glucose. And also we don't need to get rid of water. So the glucose and water, they are reabsorbed by the blood vessels surrounding this tube, right? And most of the urea stays in the tube. Why? Because urea is a toxic substance. And here you see the number 5. Yeah. After the reabsorption process is complete, the liquid that remains in the tube is called urine, and it goes to a structure that we call ureter, and from the ureter it goes to the urinary bladder here, and from the urinary bladder, when this is full of urine and you ask, hey teacher, may I go to the restroom? Yeah, because it's full of urine and you need to go to the restroom for number 1. And this is the urethra, the place, the tube-like structure that will put outside of the body the urine. That's it.